Thinking about changing locations and shit. Man, into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way I made. Sacrificing time for this shit. Man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago. They ain't understand. Riding by myself in this coupe. I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace. I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend. We should try again. You've been on my mind. You should hop in. I ain't gonna hurt you, baby girl. You know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I.
Yeah, it's goddess. And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and landlord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo. We stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat that. And we ain't scared of running, what you thought we bleed that? It's only one team over here, that's Cowboys, believe that. Yeah, this you got is the poet. Big up West Coast Cowboy, HTM Sports, and Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out. Now don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC. Yeah, DC 4L.
31 teams in the NFL. His system is designed to stop 25 teams.
Shit, I need a linebacker that's over 200 pounds. I need a defensive tackle that you got to pull away from the buffet. He's gone, so no.
Let's talk about that.
But yeah, that's a large part. That's a large part of your
I gotta
team.
make this point because I ain't gonna lie, I forgot about it until you mentioned it. So I gotta get this out before it flees me, and the nation needs to hear this. Yes, sir.
We are live. What's
Yes.
good with y'all, man? It's your boy Henny DeMoore reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing today? And to my right, we have Despicable Me himself.
Wait a minute.
The villain of the year. You know,
Hold
Satan's right-hand man.
Nah.
The most cunningly evil deity.
Maybe.
You know, in Alabama.
I ain't sure.
Landlord from Alabama. How you living, man?
I'm living great. Some of that stuff is to be determined. You know what I'm saying? It could
what
be.
What are we waiting for to determine?
I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? It's up in the air. You know what I'm saying? It's potential there. Ain't no telling. You know what I'm saying? I ain't snitching like you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tamika. She gonna get you when she see this video. But hey, man, I feel great. Shout out to my team. It's still DC4L. We rocking. Hey, and shout out to all my folks that's gonna watch this video, man. Let's do it.
Indeed. So this is right in my wheelhouse today, man. We're going to be talking numbers.
Numbers.
Hey, let's talk numbers. Good job. We on that Larry June today, man. But hey, man, we doing over and under today. And we're going to just talk about expectations for what we think some of the Dallas Cowboys superstars will do in the 2025 season.
Yes, sir.
So listen. Using his evil underground network of organ traffickers and terrorists, Landlord has compiled a long list of over and unders for current Dallas Cowboys stars, and we gonna say if they gonna hit the shit over or under.
Yes, sir.
So, without further ado, please pop this thing off.
All right. It's no big surprise who's going to be first. Your quarterback, number 4, Mr. Ryan Dakota, the Fortress Prescott. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, hold on, wait.
The
wait,
Fortress,
wait.
that's his name.
No,
I
the hell it's
didn't coin it for him. You know what I'm saying? This is before me. It's beyond me. This is beyond me now. You know what I'm saying?
Man, hell
that man go by the name The Fortress. So
never in my life am I calling this nigga.
when it comes to the Fortress, do you think Mr. Ryan Dakota, the Fortress Prescott, will go over 4,500 yards passing this year with the addition of Mr. George Pickens on his wide receiving core? Take the floor, Mr. HTM.
I got a caveat. If he is going by Dak, the Fortress Prescott, he will not reach the 4,500 passing yards needed. He might not throw for 3,000 if he's going by the Fortress. But
Hey,
if
that's his name, bro. I didn't give it to him. You know what I'm saying?
But if he is regular Ryan Dakota Prescott, with the addition of George Pickens, a healthy Jake Ferguson, an offensive scheme that is more suited to his talents and his skill set, he should be able to throw for 4,500 yards. Matter of fact, how many yards did he throw for his All-Pro year? Let me look that up.
Probably about 47 or something like that. I think it was up though.
Let's see, cause I might pull that back. Let me see.
It was up though.
Because I know he's had a season where he threw like 4,900 yards. That was back in 2019.
That's the one where he didn't want to break the record because we was losing, and he gracefully bowed out. Yeah, that was admirable of him. He could have broke the single season passing yard record, but he was like, nah, we a bad team, so screw it. Like. Yeah. It's a lot of stuff that Dak don't get credit for. That was classy. That was a classy move right there.
All right, so his All-Pro year, he did actually, by the hair of his chinny chin, break 4,500 yards. He ended the 2023 season with 4,516 yards, 36 passing touchdowns, 9 interceptions, and a passer rating of 105.9.
Excelente.
Even further, like last year, when he got hurt, he only played in 8 games, right? But he still threw for 1,978 yards in the 8 games that he played.
Wait a minute. So that man, Jalen Hurts, played how many more games than him and just had 1,000 more?
He played a lot.
Dak played 8 and he played a whole, he played all the way to the Super Bowl. So do they count that in his total?
No.
Okay, so he played, 9 more games though.
Yeah, he played 9 more.
9 more games.
7.
And
he missed 2 games. He played 7
Jalen Hurts missed 2.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair then. It ain't as bad as then. It ain't as bad.
But,
yeah, okay. I'll leave him alone.
But what I was trying to say, even with as bad as the offense was last year, Dak Prescott, if he played 17 games, was on pace to throw for 4,200 yards. So is George Pickens worth an extra 300 yards is really the question.
Yes, absolutely.
So, yes, I'm going to take the over on Dak Prescott then. Because even without George Pickens, he was going to throw for 4,200 yards. We weren't going to win a lot of games. We were struggling. He gonna get the motherfucking yard.
Facts. Hey, I'm on that same type of time. With the addition of George Pickens, with the increased usage of Kevontae Turpin, with creative mindset from Mr. Brian Schottenheimer, who been hiding plays forever. You know what I'm saying?
That Jesus gave
playbook that came right alongside the 10 Commandments that nobody's ever seen, that we had to go fly in people to translate to us until, into the playbook that we see here today. I gotta say that Dak could go, he's gonna reach that. And I feel like real confident about it because I don't think the run game gonna be what Shotty thinks it's gonna be. And I think by default, Dak is gonna have to kind of air it out sometime. So, with all of that into consideration, I'm saying he's gonna go over 4,500 yards. With George Pickens and CD, CD might hit damn near 2,000 himself.
Close to it.
You know what I'm saying? By himself. Then you got to add George Pickens numbers.
Jake Ferguson.
Might be close to 1,000. Jake Ferguson numbers, what, 600-700?
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Tober numbers, Turpin numbers, like that got the potential to go crazy. If Schottenheimer has a decent scheme and, you know, Dak stays healthy, I don't see a world that he don't exceed 4,500 yards. So, yeah, I'll take the over on that.
Indeed. Well, all right, what's the next one you got for us, man? Because we both in unison with that. Dak Prescott, you heard it here first. Dak Prescott will exceed 4,500 yards in 2025.
Okay, before we move on, let's just give him a random-ass stat line. Go.
Random-ass stat line. Dak Prescott is going to exceed 40 touchdowns this year.
Career high.
Career high. He's thrown for 37. He's thrown for 36. He's thrown for 30. Those are the most touchdowns Dak Prescott has thrown, and those happen to be the last 3 years that Dak Prescott was healthy and finished the year.
He threw for 37 one year, though.
37,
that's his high.
36, yeah, 37.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He threw for 37. He threw for 36. He's thrown for 30. Those are the passing touchdown totals for Dak Prescott's last 3 fully healthy seasons.
So you saying a 40 ball?
40 ball.
That's what's happening. Okay, so you said what's his yardage again?
Over 4,500.
Okay, and 40 touchdown passes.
Yes.
I'm going to go even crazier because, you know, I was one of the main George Pickens supporters. You know what I'm saying? I believed in his talent. I said that he is a number 1 caliber receiver when other people doubted me, and I think he's lived up to the hype in camp and all of that. I think he's been phenomenal. He's been that level of guy. I don't think nobody can deny that. I think we all are satisfied from what we've been getting from George Pickens. So, you know, I'm looking at Dak Prescott with a 5,000-yard season with 45 touchdowns.
45.
Going crazy. 45 touchdowns, MVP candidate, All-Pro, NFC quarterback, comeback player of the year, Dak Prescott. If he stay healthy, I don't see how he don't reach these levels. I just feel like the only way he couldn't if the offensive line is terrible and Shotty is not as good as he need to be. And some phantom way that Dak is just bad all of a sudden. Those are the only ways I see him not delivering on this type of projection that I got for him. So I think that's it. But the next one will be over and under Mr. Miles Sanders. So it's hard to say if he's going to be the starting running back or not. Who knows?
I'm taking the under for everything with Miles
Good
Sanders.
grief.
But
the over and under.
We ain't got to skip it.
Over and under.
Skip.
They got 950 yards. That's not happening
From
for
scrimmage?
Mr. Miles.
From scrimmage or rushing?
Just rushing.
Hell no.
Even though you seen some bursts from him in the Baltimore game, it's still a hell no. Not just a no, it's a hell no.
I think the nigga had like 17 yards, though.
But I'm just saying, I seen a little wiggle with him. I seen a little.
I seen him miss a lot.
How
of
many
holes,
carries
too.
he had? I don't think he had a lot.
Like 5, maybe.
So, well, relax then, okay? Relax.
I ain't relaxing on shit. He had 7 carries for 15 yards. This nigga averaged 2 yards a carry.
Good grief. He had 7?
He had 7 carries for 15 yards.
That's plenty. Yeah, that don't sound too good. Well, that's definitely under. I don't even think we got to stay on that. Under for Miles Sanders if they talking 1,000-yard season, because I feel like somebody is going to become the bell cow. I don't know who it is. It might be a mid-season trade. It might be, you know, Cavante Williams, whatever his name is. What's his name? Is that his name? I don't think so.
Javonte Williams.
Javonte. I said Cavante, like Turpin. So Javonte and Cavante, it's crazy. Like, I'm sure they had some red Kool-Aid before. If you know, you know. It's not racist if you a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So I know Javonte and Cavante, them boys done had some Kool-Aid that's red, and I'm talking about thick. I'm talking about like diabetes in a cup. I'm telling you straight up. They had a lot of sugar in there. But listen, I'll say your boy Javonte Williams, he'll have to go crazy. he'll have to go crazy if I'm looking at Miles Sanders in that way. Ain't no way. I don't see Miles doing it. But let's transition to him. Since we don't know who the hell our starting running back is, let's say Mr. Javonte Williams. What's his over and under? I'll say over and under 700 yards for Javonte Williams.
Under.
Good grief, hen. Come on now.
Why would I think he was a top? When the last time he went over 700 yards, dog?
He wasn't a feature in them other places though, in Denver though.
Yeah.
And then he got hurt.
He can't be a feature here either. Then I don't want you to be doing shit over here you ain't never did before. Like if you went to the doctor, you know what I'm saying? Well, he went over 700 yards in 2023. He had 217 carries, averaged 3.6 yards a touch, and had 774 yards, only 3 touchdowns. Yeah, fuck that nigga. No.
Good grief.
I don't want that. Nah, hell no. I'd rather get
G. Willikers, hen dog.
I'd rather get Jadon Blue to carry if we gonna do this stupid shit.
But they already, you seen the reports today. He's been the one that they put on in bubble wrap. He's the one they put in ice. So he's looking like he got the lead. He ain't that goddamn hurt. I promise you that.
He ain't got no kneecaps.
He ain't that hurt.
He ain't got
He
no
could have played one of
man,
these
boy.
games.
Listen, he probably could play one of these games, but he don't need to play one of these
He
games.
got pass on. So they definitely think he could have played.
Listen, he needs to be a cut candidate.
Wait a minute now.
He needs to be a cut candidate.
Good grief. Over what? So he Deuce Vaughn making the roster over him?
Nigga, at least Deuce Vaughn got kneecaps.
With them little bitty legs?
Hold on, let's do the math. Itty bitty legs, no legs.
I think I'll take the itty bitty legs.
Yeah,
I'm
take
just
the itty
being
bitty
real.
legs.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
take.
saying.
I need some type of leg. You know what I'm saying? Attached to my body. I'm sorry, but okay. Over and under for Mr. Javonte.
You said 700 yards.
Javonte 700. You said under.
Watch your ass say over.
Nah, hell no. I don't know that dude. Shit, I don't know. I don't believe in this run game at all. They're going to have to show me. They're going to have to prove to me. And listen, I don't give a damn what happens in the season. If it ended up being great, shit, bravo. I'm happy about it. So I'm not going to be mad about it. We shouldn't be held to that. I don't have anything tangible to say that I should be bullish on this run game. So I'm not going to be. Case closed. Until further notice. Until they show me something, then I think that's warranted. I think that's fair. Hey, be that as it may, do what you will with that. But until they show me something that, you know, to that capacity that I can believe in, I'm going to say, hell nah, he's not going to get no 700 yards. So let's move on. George Pickens. Over and under for George Pickens. I'll say a clean 900 yards. Over and under.
That's real simple. Because let's do the math on what 900 yards is in a 17.
Do touchdowns too, just for, you know, for a bonus.
Okay, so let's do the math real quick. You said 900 yards. If you take 900 and you divide that by 17, he would need 53 yards a game in order to get to 900.
And so I'm telling you right now, he's going to have several 100-yard games. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it should be simple for him to break that 900 yard mark. We talking about a 17-game series.
True.
So how many touchdowns you said?
No, I'm asking you. I didn't do an over and under on the touchdowns. Well, let's say 5.
He'll get 7 at least. I say he go for my future site said he go for like 1,090 yards and 7 touchdowns.
They ain't gonna let him get too much over 1,000.
They gonna let him get 1,100.
They ain't gonna let him do it. Look, he should, but I don't think he gonna be able to do it. But okay, over and under for me, George Pickens at 900 yards. I'ma definitely say over, especially with a healthy Fortress. If I could get a healthy Dak, George Pickens, yeah, I'm seeing 1,000 yards. I'm seeing 1,000, 1K. And far as the touchdowns, I'll say he get about 6. Touchdowns are weird. You know what I'm saying? When you can get a person like Jalen Tolbert to get 7, and there's no knock on Jalen, but we know how we view him. And some reason he's just a touchdown magnet last year. You know what I'm saying? And we had a team with CD on it, and he outdid CD in touchdowns.
CD missed 2 games though.
But still, how many touchdowns CD had?
Like 5 or 6, some shit like that.
I'm just saying. So, okay, I'm going to throw a bonus in there, and then we're going to move on.
What's the bonus?
The bonus is how many receptions you see for George Pickens to get to that 1,000.
Not a lot. I don't think that they're going to just be throwing dump off passes to George Pickens. I think that a lot of the shit that George Pickens is going to get is going to be chunk plays.
So do attempts and receptions real quick. Putting your feet to the fire.
Like targets, I think he gets about 90 targets. He'll have about 70 receptions. And he'll go for over 1,000 yards.
Okay. I'm with you because we understand that he's a deep threat and he don't need as much volume to produce those level of numbers. So I'm similar where you at. I'll say he gets 85 targets. I think he'll get like 70 receptions and he'll still break that 1,000-yard mark and he'll still get like 6 touchdowns. Like, I really want to keep an eye on the Joneses because they might try to sabotage him a little bit just so he won't go too crazy and they have an opportunity to sign him. So, you know, I would hate for this to be a rental because I'm telling you, Cowboy Nation, I am head over heels for the potential that we could have with George Pickens. I think that's going to be a masterful thing. I think we all going to be absolutely in love with what he brings to this team. I promise y'all. Like, listen, all it's going to take for Cowboy Nation to believe and be all the way in 100% is you going to see George Pickens head top somebody and then he gonna like stiff arm somebody and talk crazy as hell and y'all gonna be like, that's my nigga right there. Like, it's gonna happen. So I just want to prepare y'all before it happens. He's gonna be a fan favorite. All it's gonna take is one of those and you're gonna see the passion and the drive and the intensity and the you know what I'm saying? You're gonna see all the way he plays. It's gonna just come out and you ain't gonna be able to help but love him. And I'm telling you that right now. So I can't wait to see him, man. But I see a huge year for George Pickens in a contract year on top of that. Like, he finna go crazy.
You know, niggas have superpowers when they in a contract year.
I just told, I said that on my show.
Higher, they a little bit faster.
They turn into Super Saiyans in Dallas when it's contract year. That's why Damone Clark balling. It's contract year.
Yeah, it's like a werewolf when the full moon hit the sky. You just power up on him.
You get some superpowers out of nowhere.
But I agree with you wholeheartedly. Like, he is such a talent. He's never played with a quarterback as good as Dak Prescott. He never had a running mate as good as CeeDee Lamb to take some attention away. You know, Arthur Smith was not known as a good play caller either. So, you know, he wasn't even in a good system, you know, from what everybody over there in Pittsburgh was talking about. So I think it's set up for him to be successful this year. And I agree with you. I pray to Almighty God it's not a rental.
Yes.
Because, boy, it's going to be tough from going from George Pickens to a 5th-round rookie after 2025 draft. Because we know them niggas.
Absolutely. Let's see. I throw a curveball in there, something that's unexpected. Over and under, Tyler Guyton. Sacks given up. 5.
Over.
You going over 5 sacks for Tyler Guyton?
Yep.
Yikes. So you don't believe in the improvements that he made, that it seems like he made over the offseason?
I just think 6 sacks is regular. I think he's going to be okay. I just think that you're going in a 17-game season, you're going to give up some sacks. Because if you give up 6, What if 2 of them are in one game? That's another 16 games.
That's crazy work.
I'm just saying, you give up 2 sacks in one game. Let's say it's a game that you're playing. What's
We already got Detroit on the goddamn schedule.
All right, so let's say he gives up 2 sacks in the Detroit game.
Hutch get 2 all the shit. He probably get 2 in the first quarter.
Yeah, so let's say you give up 2 in one game. Giving 4 sacks up over the course of 16 games is not crazy.
That's true. He could have a fucked up game, and then you know what I'm saying. The other 4, he might be solid for the rest of the season. So yeah, I see where you coming from. I'm gonna say over too. I feel like that injury might be what screwed him up, because I think he was on a good trajectory. I think he was going in a good direction. I think his improvements and his work in the offseason was paying off, but you know, that injury kind of gonna give him a step back. So I think, you know, like you said, he might have one game where he give up a few of them and then, you know, be pretty solid for the rest of the year. So if you put it in that type of perspective, 6 ain't crazy. So I say over.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, we gonna do this quick. The rest of the O-line, over and under for Terrence Steele, 5 sacks.
Dak is going to make sure that Terrence Steele does not give up 5 sacks. Because he can see that shit. You know, it's not that Terrence Steele is just going to be, you know what I'm saying? Terrence Steele is who he is. He's a average pass blocking right tackle in the National Football League. But Dak Prescott is a veteran quarterback. He can see that pressure. He's going to get the ball out. He's going to mitigate some of that himself. I'm willing to go under on Terrence Steele on sacks.
5? Under 5?
Under 5. I'm willing to go under 5 for Terrence Steele. Just because it's not really all on Terrence Steele. Like, part of that's going to be on Dak.
I think it might be a push.
You think it might be right at 5?
I think it might be right at 5. Yeah. I just don't believe in Terrence Steele to that degree. And then, you know, all of this is dictated about how often we throwing the ball too. You know what I'm saying? And I think we're going to have to throw it. So, you know what I'm saying? 5 might not even be crazy.
Because damn, he did allow 9 of them bitches last.
Oh
year.
my gosh! Say what?
He allowed 9 sacks last.
And you going under 5?
You know what?
I think we might have to be pass happy.
You know what? I think I might have to retract that.
It's too late. We moving on. You took an L. We got to move on. We ain't got time. We don't have time to correct nothing. You know, you wrote in pen. You wrote in pen. You did not write in pencil. You wrote in pen. It's perfect. It's over.
Not only was it a pencil, it was a mechanical pencil. So you know that graphite was real light.
So what you recant your statement? Where you at with it now?
If he gave up 9, an improvement for 9 would probably be like 6 or 7.
7 would be like a godsend for him.
So 7.
Yeah, he going over. Excuse me. He going over 5 for sure. He'll get about 6 or 7 on the mugs. Easy. I don't know how that ranks amongst like average offensive lines giving up sacks compared to, you know what I'm saying, bad or good offensive lines giving up sacks. I don't know. But I don't know. Now we can move on to maybe the defensive side of the ball. Okay. Micah Parsons.
I'm assuming he a Cowboy.
Will be a Cowboy. Don't have a doubt in my mind. It's just going to be ugly. I don't see him leaving this soon. Maybe the next contract, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But this contract, I don't see Micah Parsons leaving the Dallas Cowboys at all. That's why Jerry yarned at him, and why he throwing his hissy fit. I'll get to you later, bro. And Micah can be mad as he want to, but millions and millions and millions of dollars will change your attitude. It will turn that smile, that frown upside down. It will. I promise you that. So I ain't worried about them at all. Over and under for Micah sacks, we gotta put it at what he been doing for the majority of his season, his career, 13. Over and under on the 13 for Micah Parsons.
Over.
Could you elaborate, sir?
I was eating that cookie. It motherfucker good.
See that's what's wrong with you.
No, sir. But he's gonna have a lot more help, in the pass rushing department. Michael Parsons has chased a lot of sacks to other people in his time here. We talk about you, Dogecoin Dorrance. You got a lot of cleanup sacks because niggas was running from their life from an untamed lion.
Facts.
Now there's some other gangsters on that defensive line. He gonna get some sacks chased to him for once in his life. Dorrance, Dante Fowler getting a high snap count will benefit Michael Parsons. Donovan Izaraku getting a lot of snaps on the other side is going to benefit Michael Parsons. Sam Williams here and there sprinkled in is going to benefit Michael Parsons. So I can easily see him getting like 15 sacks this year.
That'll be a godsend for him. He always max out at like 13.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He got 12 this last year, and he missed most of the season.
Yeah. He came back as a man on a mission. Yeah, he did. He showed up when he came back last year. But I'll say, all right, I'm going over 2. I just feel like, with the improvements that we put on the defensive line and, Michael Parsons coming in with a chip on his shoulder. Who knows if he got a contract? I feel like he going to play regardless. I don't see him sitting out even without a contract. It's like, bro, I got to play. I mean, we'll deal with it next year. But I gave it the good old college try, and it didn't work. So now I got to go back to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see him like forcefully sitting out and missing game checks and getting fined and all that. I don't see that. So one way or another, Michael Parsons will be on the field, and I feel like he'll go over 13 for the first time this year. And I think some of that faith is Eberflus using him like a queen on the chessboard, like we should have been doing, but we failed to do under these other coaches. Dan Quinn got lazy and just kept letting them line up at the right defensive end or left defensive end or whatever he was at. And Zimmer did a little bit. I like the little interior rushes that he did, like from the A-gap and stuff like that. But maybe he didn't do it enough. And we only seen him for one season. So hopefully we can actually get Michael Parsons utilized the correct way and have him all over the field to the point where they got to identify where 11 is, play in and play out. That's the greatest way you can use Michael Parsons. I feel like that's the best version of Michael Parsons that you would get because he's a hybrid player. He's just a great hybrid player, but he's still a hybrid player. He's not a defensive end, and I don't think he's a linebacker either. I think he's somewhere in the middle, and he's great at both, but he probably the greatest at pass rush, so you got to rock out with him there. So I'll say over 13 this year for Michael Parsons. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm finna say, I need you to give your over-under because I need to run to the gentleman room real quick. So keep cooking.
Okay. Over and under on who this time? Let's see. I'll say over and under on Trayvon Diggs. So it's going to be a weird one with Trey because he's probably, who knows when he'll come back in the season. But to make it a fair one, let's say he come back with 8 games left, 9 games left, something like that. Somewhere up in there, who knows? Hopefully more, but we're going to say 9 games left. How many interceptions do you think he can acquire that he can accomplish in 9 games? I say Trey in 9 games, over and under 4 interceptions. And I'll say he'll get over. I think he'll get like 5 in 9 games, like Trey like that. Regardless of contrary to popular belief, I feel like Trayvon Diggs, he's an interception machine still. He's still one of the best closers in the game. He's still one of the best in baiting in the game. Like Trayvon Diggs is really like that, regardless of what you hear from some people. Like I'm not saying he's a perfect player, but he's a damn good player, and he's probably got the best hands in the business coming from a DB's perspective. So, listen, I'm confident in Trey. I feel like if he can get back healthy into, anywhere in a resemblance of the Trayvon Diggs we know, I'm thinking that the interception's gonna come automatically. So hey, I'm looking at Trayvon Diggs like a walking interception like he been. So hey, even then, I gave him like 9 games here. Let's say he come back in 9 games. I said the over and under interceptions is 4, and I say he'll go over. What is your take on that for Mr. Trayvon Diggs?
In 9 games.
In 9 games.
Going over.
4 is the over and under interceptions.
Under. Because, well, I say it might be right at 4, so why I can't give him over.
It's a push.
Because teams don't like to throw at Trayvon like that.
That's fair.
You ain't gonna have all the opportunities in the world. Like if I had to pick a poison, because we got all these weapons lined up. You know what I'm saying? Like say we're the Philadelphia Eagles. I got AJ Brown, I got Devontae Smith. You know, I still got Jahan Dotson, I believe, and then I also got John Mitchell, right? And the Dallas Cowboys line they cornerbacks up. That's all pro Trayvon Diggs right there. That's all pro corner to run Bland right there. And then these other 2 guys, you know, we got a dude, you know, named Childress that we're going to throw out there possibly. You know, they saying that he's winning the nickel role right now. And then maybe a guy who's on his second team in 3 years, and Kyer Elam. Like, I'm choosing one of them to target and pick on instead of playing with Trayvon Diggs and the run Bland like that. Because if you go back and look at the plays that were given up for majority of last year, it was Kalen Carson giving up the plays because the run Bland was out. And when Trey went down, you know, it was you know, Andrew Booth and Kamon Hall getting belt to ass, you know, because they were throwing away for the run Bland. So they're not gonna. I don't think he gonna get the opportunities. You got 1 year to get double-digit interceptions, and then the league is like, we're not gonna be fucking with this nigga all day.
That's true. So, like I said, he one of the best closers. He's like that. That's Trey. So, let's see. The next one, it sounds like we just gotta naturally transition into Deron Bland. Over and under, let's say 7 picks.
Under
7 picks for the season for Deron Bland.
I think he'll get 5 if he plays a full 17-game season. Because this the amount of interceptions that got him on our radar as a rookie. He had 5 picks as a rookie. You know, he's gonna rotate in and out of playing slot corner depending on who's out there with him. You know, and you know he is also in a contract year. We just talked about niggas getting superpowers when they in a contract year.
Finna go crazy.
So he may not get, you know, all the pick sixes and stuff that he did before, but I can damn sure guarantee his coverage, his regular coverage skills will be better this year, and he'll have about 5 interceptions. Cause that's what happens when you're in a contract year.
All right. What I said the over and under was 5.
5.
I think he'll go over. Because
no, you said 7. You said 7.
Oh, I said 7 for Deron. Well,
I said he'd get 5 interceptions, so it'll be under.
I think he'll go under 7 this time. Cause, you know, I don't know how good my pass rush gonna be, potentially. And I don't know how good my defensive line gonna be far as stopping the run. So he might not have as many opportunities. Him and Trey. You see what I'm saying? So if they running the ball, you can't catch interceptions if they handing it in the running back belly. You just can't. So that might go against him and his projections. So yeah, I'ma say under on Deron Bland. Yeah, I say under 7. I say he get about 4. Because I feel like they're going to still be trying to force the issue and run the ball. Everybody knows the way to beat the Dallas Cowboys is to run the ball. This is not a secret in the league, and you will see that time in and time again until we pinch the bitch. Like, so if we don't pinch them, we going to keep getting ran on. That's just how that's going to go.
Agreed.
So, let's see. Brandon Aubrey. Let's have a little fun. Brandon Aubrey. Over and under 30 field goals made for the season.
Let me take a look. I gotta see how I'm gonna compare 2 things. I'm gonna compare how many field goals he kicked in 2023 when we were a good offense, and I'm gonna compare how many field goals he made in 2024 when we were a bad offense. So how
That's
about
fair.
that? All right, so he went over 30 both times. So we're gonna say over.
You gonna take the over?
He had 36 made field goals in 2023, and he
Are
had
they count extra points?
no,
Okay.
just regular field goals.
All right.
So he had 36 in 2023 and 40 last year.
So Brandon Aubrey, I'm with you. Definitely over 30. Because hey, at the beginning, this shotty offense might be a little shaky. Who knows? So that's even more field goal attempts for Brandon Aubrey. So hey, I'm taking over on Mr. Brandon Aubrey. I feel like he's going to actually be kicking the hell out the ball like he been doing. He's the best kicker in football. I think most people will give him that title. So 30 field goals, I think that's light work. I think he might do that, earlier than expected. Like 30 field goals is that's a walk in the park for Mr. Brandon Aubrey, Mr. Butter Aubrey. So yeah, I'm taking the over on that. Let's see, is it anybody else? And make sure, chat, I want y'all to put y'all projections in the chat box. I want y'all to do it while we doing it. I want y'all to be putting y'all predictions and y'all projections in the chat box or in the comment section. Make sure you hit the like. Make sure you hit the share. Make sure you support your independent content creators. We need it, and that's a promise. I'm pretty sure I can speak for most of us when I say we need y'all support. So make sure y'all do that, and we gonna be here for y'all. We got a whole season ahead. Hopefully it's a good season, and we gonna keep on rocking out, man. But let's see if it's one bonus that I can pull up. Let's see. A bonus over and under. You got one? Let's do it.
Jake Ferguson.
Oh, that's a great one.
Over under 600 yards.
He better be over.
Better be over.
He better be over 600. Cause that's the year that we was giving him credit for. Know what I'm saying? That's the year that we was like, oh, he could potentially grow from there to get to here. Like, that's the stepping stone year that we gave him. So, I need him. He better be over 600 or we probably gonna be in the tight end market next year. We might be drafting a tight end in the first round high next year if Jake Ferguson don't perform this year. Coming off a lackluster year, sir, Jake Ferguson should have a big-time chip on his shoulder. He should not be playing around right now. You know what I'm saying? You got all these wide receiver weapons. You going to be the lost man. You going to be the forgotten man. So you should be eating in the middle of that field on them seam balls that Dak love to throw. You should be the unaccounted for guy that's eating and beating these boys on the low. So it's no excuse for Jake Ferguson not to go crazy this year. 600 yards is light work. You should do that in your sleep. So you better be over 600.
Now, the year in 2023, he had 761. But we also know he was the number 2 option. But to be fair, Brandon Cooks, who was the number 3 option, still went for over 600 yards. So if you get knocked down to the 3rd option, there's still no excuse not to break 600. You know what I'm saying? There's still no excuse not to break 600. So I can see that. I'll take the over as well. Because one, I think Jake Ferguson got talent. So I don't think he's a bad tight end by any stretch of the imagination. And I think folk gonna be too concerned with trying to stop CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens to game plan for your ass anymore, Jake. Like, you can really elevate yourself. You can have an all-pro season on accident this year.
Facts.
They double team CeeDee Lamb. They done rolled a safety over top of George Pickens. Everybody else is one-on-one. Like, middle of that field gonna be open as hell. It's gonna be open like a 24-hour brothel. You know, ain't nothing but legs open. The doors are open. The legs are open. Like, you're gonna be that open.
Okay, you gave me a good bonus. I got a good bonus for you. Over and under for Mr. Cavante Turpin.
How many yards? We gonna have to give him.
Okay, for reference, in 2022 he had 9.
That
sounds insane. He had 1 catch for 9 yards under Kellen Moore. That is insane, people. 2023, 12 receptions for 127 yards and 3 touchdowns. That ain't nothing to sneeze at with the 3 touchdowns.
I think he had 2 rushing too, didn't he?
Receiving, yes. But in 2024, under Mike McCarthy, 31 receptions, 420 yards, 13.5 average, and 2 touchdowns. So I'll say the average, we'll say 300 yards.
Over.
350.
Still over. Turp gonna have a smooth 500. He gonna have like 507, 510, like maybe 4 touchdowns. Cause I think they're gonna utilize Turp a lot more in the offense, and he got home run speed, man. You know, we didn't really get a chance to see that in full display, but he's one of the few guys on this team that could turn a slant into a house call. We saw that last year. I forget which game. I think it was the Houston Texans game. He took that slant and he was gone. So KaVontae Turpin has splash playability. He had big playability. And he is also one of those folks that benefits from George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb being out there. You're not really accounting for KaVontae Turpin, especially if he's taking a lot of wide receiver 3 snaps. At that point, it's not even a hint that he's going to get the football. You know, a lot of times in previous years past, when you see KaVontae Turpin on the field offensively, you know the ball is going there. Now, you know, if he's really going to be on the field all the damn time, you never know when the play is actually designed to go to him. And that gives you, you know, an advantage. So I think he'll get 500 yards, you know, as a 3rd or 4th option in this offense.
I'm with you. It's definitely a over if it's just 300. You know what I'm saying? I just went with the average. And, you know, he went to 420 last year. He was smoking last year. He was smoking last year with the 420. But I think he'll get like 6-ish. He'll have a 650-yard year. You know, probably like 40 receptions this year. I think everything gonna be career highs for KaVontae Turpin this year. If Shotty is who I think he is, it'll be career highs for Turpin across the board. It'll be 6 touchdowns. It'll be 40 receptions. It'll be 600 yards receiving. I feel like everything, the trajectory is going to go up. Everybody should be bullish on KaVontae Turpin, and that's if Shotty is who he say he is. Like what his name was, Dennis Green. When that Dennis Green, they are who we thought they were. If he is who we think he is, Turpin should be having a great season this year because he's been underutilized for the 3 years that he's been here, and he just got a deal and an extension, so that's smart by us. But I think he should be blowing the doors off people this year and break out a little bit, especially on the Shotty, if he's creative as he been talking like he will be. But, man, I think this has been a good game we played, man. I hope everybody is participating. I hope everybody is liking. I hope everybody is sharing. Once again, I say, listen, we really do need y'all to support this content. We are going out of our way to make sure we provide more content for y'all. We know we do a certain level of content. We trying to make sure we do even more going into this season. We got a lot of stuff coming up. Hen is still going out there to Dallas practices very soon. So, hey, man, I just left California last week, so we really putting in work trying to make sure we here to cover this team that we all love, the Dallas Cowboys, for y'all. So make sure y'all support. And we appreciate it, y'all. Y'all know I go by Landlord from Alabama with the same handle on all social media. Y'all tap in for the win. Holla at him.
Yes, indeed. And it's your boy, Henny DeMoore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. Salute to my brother Landlord, Lord of the Land. It's always a pleasure to do content with my guy, one of the best in the business. If you ain't subbed up yet, you know, go over there and join the trap. You know, he even throw a bow in for the free.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? So, hey, but I appreciate y'all. Let us know. And for real, though, y'all participate on the rewatch, man. Let us know some of y'all predictions on the over-unders. If there's some that we missed, you know, throw them out there. We'll see them. And, you know, be sure to hit that like, hit that share if you care. Slap the fuck as an Eagles fan.
Slap.
Salute to Ludacris, by the way.
Salute to
Classic.
Luda.
Yeah, so listen, y'all. Some of y'all niggas too young to even remember he was rapping. Some of y'all just seen the Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious, Ludacris. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Luda was hard back in the day.
Y'all don't remember when he beat T.I. to rap this now.
He not my favorite rapper. I don't like the animated rappers, but Ludacris was a talented rapper still though. He had his time.
Mm-hmm.
He had his time.
For sure.
But yeah, man. What your cousin be saying?
That shyster ass nigga.
Yeah, man. You know who I'm talking about. He lived 2 hours behind us, man. It's crazy.
It's crazy. But salute the West too, though, man.
Salute the West, man.
Yeah, but what Cuz be saying is never look down, cause the style is up. Peace.
Peace.